Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we are back in Dâr Laja, ready at long last to complete the Tales of the Kindred with the last questline in here, Belondor's. So let's get started.
I'm glad you are here. I have a few concerns I was hoping you would help me with.
Belondor looks excessively tired, but clearly has no intention to rest. I am tied up here in Dâr Laja, hearing the concerns of the people and doing my best to help them. Meanwhile, I'm also expected to handle issues in the fleet fast when I am not at sea. Much of my fleet is out patrolling the coast, looking for signs of Azagath and Nakási. I was hoping you would be available to handle something for me. I have received reports of ruffians on the docks, causing trouble in the area near the soldiers' mess hall. I would like you to go there and discourage them from doing that. He gives you a wink that makes it clear he wants you to rough them up. Umbar is a land of tough people, and sometimes this is the only way to get your point across. Not far from that same area there is a dispute going on that I would like you to investigate. One of our ships is preparing for departure and was bringing provisions aboard when the deck steward noticed that all of the newly purchased fruit was rotten. The fruitmonger, a man named Rakaris, I guess, argues that the fruit was fine when he sold it to us. I would like you to inspect the fruit shipment for me and determine who is in the right. I recommend dealing with the ruffians first though, as they are the more pressing matter. So we need to defeat the ruffians in the fleet fast, and we'll take it from there. So as I told you on the previous episode, I wanted to double check something about the instance. I ended up doing this on my other Warden and spoiled myself on some aspects of the storyline, not all of it, and I hope there are still some surprises to be found. We'll find out in just a little while. What I can tell you is there's a lot of back and forth on this one that was a little bit annoying when I did this on my other Warden, because I was avoiding the storyline as much as I could. So I was just skipping through all the dialogue, and the back and forth is much more noticeable that way, but we'll see now that we are taking the time to really appreciate the story, how much of an issue that is. We'll see. At least now that I know what to expect, I have a clear route to make the back and forth as bearable as possible. So we're gonna take a quick travel to the Gate of Sorrows. Will take us right next to the fleet fast and right next to where we need to go. The closest location, really. The closest travel location to where we need to go. Now I am at 4,000 XP away. Yeah, it should be good to go to complete my reputation with the citizens of Umbar-môkh before I am done with all this, which would be nice. So what we're gonna do is just... Oh, a bruiser. Didn't want to grab that guy. Let's see how we do against them. Oh, come on. Really? Okay, well, we're doing good. We did really good. Except for the lag, of course. I am still recording this the night before the release of the expansion. There's still reduced awareness, and it shows. A lot of people in here. I can see them, but they are in here, and the server suffers, of course. I cannot wait until we get the 64-bit servers to see really how much of a difference does that make, and hopefully a big one. Rakaris and the Dex Steward are still having a heated argument. The fruit is indeed rotten and inedible. You notice a stamp indicating that the fruit originated in Kuthra. That explains a lot.
I will tell you the same thing I have been telling everyone. I am not at fault.
The fruit was good when I unloaded it. It must have been mistreated by the Fleet Watch. You tell Rakaris that you noticed that the fruit came from Kuthra. You have been there and happen to know that Kuthra has been plagued with disease and sickness since the collapse of Mâkhda Khorbo. You can see in his eyes that he has been caught, but he says nothing else to you. Oh, okay, so you were trying to play smart with us, but not on my watch. We gotta report this to Belondor. I think the fastest way to do that is to grab the milestone back to the Deads, the Umbar-môkh, and from there, it's just a quick travel back to the meeting hall. You were trying to cheat us, weren't you? I don't think Belondor is gonna like this.
Is everything settled then?
You tell Belondor that you handled the ruffians and that the fruit was likely rotten before it even left Kuthra. Kuthra, you say? Yes, I have heard about their issues there. Thank you for clearing this up. I appreciate your help as always, Beriathan.
I have oft been thinking of the suffering that continues in this city.
The Empire of Vordak, the Church of the Old Scene, and the heirs of Castamir have all ruled here with an iron fist, and that fist was covered in blood. Though many of the coursers lost at the Heartland were not good people, many in the city are still suffering from the loss of loved ones. That is why I have decided to use my personal savings to seed a fund that will help support those left behind. They suffered needlessly, and I will do what I am able for those who are innocent. This savings of mine is not held in a bank. I have kept it hidden should Mêshka and I need to flee the city again. It is always good to have a backup plan, but it bothers me greatly knowing that I have treasures hidden away doing nothing when it could be helping people in need. I would like to entrust to you the task of retrieving it, as there are dangers involved that I have no doubt you can handle. The coffer is located in the northeast part of the sewers. I will mark its location on your map. An act of charity, there we go. What was the name of the camp again?
Umbar is a free city at last.
Ruhasurja. Yeah, I remember now. God, it was just a day ago, but I'm already forgetting the names because these Umbari names are a pain to remember. But yeah, I got right where I wanted to be. This is the safest way to the hidden coffer, and if we're lucky, we can also avoid all fights. I spoke too soon. The bats do have a long aggro range, but we don't need to worry about the crocodiles, and we're almost there. And hopefully we will lose those bats by the time we reach our destination. Yeah, there we go. Cool. This looks like the location Belondor described. So there's a gap in the wall. And we just need to bring this to him in Dâr Laja. We are on cooldown, of course, but we are really close to the stable master anyway, so that's okay. Beneath Dâr Laja, there we go.
There it is. You have done a good deed today. Thank you.
This will go a long way to ease their suffering.
While you were gone, Mêshka came to visit.
While you were gone, Mêshka came to visit and she said she would like to meet with you. She wouldn't tell me what it was about, but I didn't get the feeling that she plans to have you killed. I wouldn't worry, he says with a chuckle. Too much. She said that you will be able to find her at the Fleet Watch Tavern in the Fleet Fast. Be safe. So this is travel number 2 to the Fleet Fast. I think we can get to the Order of the Eagle. From there we can take a swift travel. We will be doing this a lot, by the way. Because this will take us really close to the stable master for the East Gate. From there we can
May the seas be calm.
travel to the Fleet Gate.
There.
And from the Fleet Gate is a short walk to the Fleet Tavern, the Fleet Watch Tavern. Yeah, let me write there. It's gonna be faster that way. There she is.
I admit that I am a little surprised to see you.
I would not blame you if you had no desire to associate with me. She cocks an eyebrow and gives you a measuring look. I will not apologize, however. You must understand that I will do whatever is necessary to protect my husband and his interests. She takes a casual sip of her wine before continuing. Speaking of his interests, he told me that you have been assisting him of late, so you have probably noticed that he avoids what needs to be done, prioritizing trivialities while Azagath and Nakási escape without consequences. They must be found and they must be made to pay the price for their betrayal. For this to happen, we must awaken Belondor so he sees things as they are, not as his pain tells him. He loves passionately, but he hurts with the same intensity. He has been hiding from himself behind his work, not allowing himself to feel his grief. I am commissioning a memorial in tribute of the crew of the Iskanta Belondor ship, Rebuke in the Western tongue. Will you help me with this? I have several locations around the Fleet Fast in mind, but have not been able to decide. Would you visit each location and tell me your opinion of them? Okay. So for this one I think I'm also gonna grab the horse. And we just need to make a round of the Fleet Fast to scout for those locations. Oh, the first one is here by the Lord's Gate, I think it is. A decent place, but perhaps too out of the way. Yeah, I would agree. This is not a bad place, but too close to those ruffians. Right. We'll go to the Gate of Sorrows once again. Well, close to it at least. This is a nice spot, but it's currently used for stables. Yeah, I can tell. This area is high traffic, but perhaps too crowded. Not a good idea then. And lastly, we gotta go to the fleet gate. Well, close to the fleet gate. Many paths meet here, but it is being used for training. So... which one? Right next to the ruffians, I guess? Because... where else?
You return with opinions, I hope.
You tell the noble woman your opinion on each location. Thank you for your time and thoughts. I will take them into consideration.
Be careful, we are being watched. Is he here to spy upon you or me?
Since you're the one who is armed, confront him and see what he wants.
Oi there. Yes, I know who you are.
You can call me Tabrím. The man gazes at you for a moment with an expression you can't read. I understand that you have the ear of Belondor of Langstrand and you are a friend of the king. I am from the Order of the Eagle and would like you to present Belondor with an offer. We have uncovered some information on the whereabouts of Azagath Sea Shadow and Nakási Wave Reaper. We would share this information with Belondor in exchange for him agreeing to meet with an emissary of Prince Imrahil. He need not agree to anything other than to meet and to listen. Will you do this? Okay, I think we were able to at least get the introduction to the Order of the Eagle as part of the main series, which is a network of spies reporting to Prince Imrahil about what happens in Umbar. And, well, it's one of the allegiances. I have also recorded the allegiances, but that one is really lackluster as well. It's like, what, 2 or 3 episodes? It stops right after you talk to the leader of the faction in the city of Umbar, and you would expect for it to be a continuation for both the Order of the Eagle and the Ledger Keepers, and there isn't. So that's why you have not seen that one on the channel either, but hopefully this one will get somewhere, this mention here.
Welcome back. I see you have survived your meeting with my wife.
Belondor says jokingly. You quietly tell him of the offer from the Order of the Eagle and his expression darkens. No, I cannot have my loyalty to Umbar called into question. What information could they have, I wonder? He sighs and you see the exhaustion return to his features. I need some time to think about it. So yeah, that was the end of week 1 of Belondor's quests. You would remember I told you this before. These quests were released in batches of 4. So each member of the kindred would take 2 quests to be completed. So yeah, that was week 1, and now we'll see what happens in week 2.
Should you be willing?
You quietly ask Belondor if he has decided whether or not to accept the offer from the Order of the Eagle. I have not. There are many things to consider. The cost may outweigh the benefit. Speaking of costs, life goes on and there are still things that need doing in the Fleet Fast. Traders are permitted to sell their goods and services within the Fleet Fast are required to pay regular dues to be allowed to do so. When I am not at sea, this is something I like to do personally. It is good to be seen and to meet them in person, but the additional workload brought on by the reopening of Dâr Laja has been taxing. You would be helping me a great deal if you would collect these dues for me. If any of them give you trouble, I guarantee that a little bit of rough handling will convince them that paying you is as good as paying me. So again, I think this is Journey 2 to the Order of the Eagle. How fitting that we are traveling to the Order of the Eagle and then the swift travel to the Fleet Fast. It is connecting Belondor to the Order of the Eagle somehow. That was unintended, by the way. But yeah, this is already the third trip we make to
Fair winds to you.
the Fleet Fast, and we are only halfway through, so you can see why this would be annoying to some people. Now that I know what the story is really about, and I understand why we need to come back to the Fleet Fast this much, is not as distracting as it was the first time I did this. So that goes to the credit of the quest line, I guess.
Umbar can be a dangerous city, friend.
Yes, of course, here you are. Thank you. You have collected the fruit peddler's dues. Where is Belondor? I will not pay you, Outlander. If you wish. For God's sake. You have collected the cloth dealer's dues. Please stop. I will give you what I owe. Yeah. Remember the lesson. Oh yes, I have it right here. You have collected the fishmonger's dues. Oh, where's the way up again? God. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Fleet Watch Tavern Keeper.
What do you want?
You mistaken me for a fool? I don't give money away to strangers. It's a funny thing, when I did this on my first Warden, I was skipping dialogue. I thought, well, this guy is a tavern keeper, he would be reasonable. And then he attacked me. And you should have heard me going, oh no, out loud, you too? And these are the kind of things that are lost when you do this the second time. Please stop, I will give you what I owe. You have collected the Fleet Watch Tavern's dues. Although, it immediately hit me that he was holding a broom. And that was not gratuitous. Of course he would attack me because he has a weapon of sorts. Disappointing in any case. It is time for juice again already? Here, this should cover it. And back to Belondor once again. Through the milestone, which I'm glad I got this milestone when I did, because it has saved us a lot of trouble. A lot of unnecessary time going back to the stable master, and then the stable master to the north gate at that, and then walking back to the meeting hall. We have got a lot of time just by having this milestone down below.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you. I don't know what this is about, but now I grow suspicious.
Mêshka says she would like to meet with you again at the Fleet Watch Tavern. Off with you, before I decide to have you followed, he says with a wink. Oh, yeah, I get the jest, but don't worry. It's gonna be okay. And as you see here, it's even 30 seconds away before our cooldown is done. I guess I could just take another master. I have the West Gate of Umbar, the Bloody Eagle. Like, we're not short on swift travel options. And I'm glad, because as you can see here, we need them faster than we can, than the cooldown allows us, so... Good day to be a Warden. Fleet Gate, again. I have lost count. I was trying to keep count of how many times we would do this. I lost count already. How many times? 4? 5? Here we are anyway. And we're already at part 6, if you can believe that. A little bit less than half an hour. One of the things that I really liked about this one quest is it was really short. This quest line with Belondor, I think it's the shortest one of them all. Harmelag was also really short. We'll see in just a moment.
I'm glad you made it.
The memorial is almost ready to go. The last bit of business that needs to be tended to is the invitations. Here is a list of surviving family members of the crew that reside in the city. Please pay each of them a visit and invite them to the memorial. In the meantime, I will see to the finishing touches and collect Belondor. Return to me here when you are ready. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I remember this one now. They are scattered throughout the city. And we need some extra swift travel options, but we are covered, I believe. So there we go. So... Ansham, which is Talken's wife, Bekir, Kalma's son, Okap, Hakrap's brother, Parnak, Maiden's mother, and Imara, Salax's wife. So again, I was skipping dialogue the first time through, but most of these names did ring a bell. Keep in mind, it's been like, I don't know, almost 6 months since I recorded the episode of the Mâkhda Khorbo. So it's easy to see why these names would ring a bell but not come back to me immediately. So there we go. We're gonna stroll around the city, pick up all these guys. Oh, aboard the ship. Okay.
What will become of us now?
A memorial? How thoughtful. Of course, I will be there. Well, glad to hear. So now, is this texture missing because there's an issue loading it? No, I think it's more about the reduced awareness that we still have going. There we go. Alright, I missed the turn. Thinking about the floor.
What will become of us now?
I will do anything for Belondor and Mêshka. Allow me to go get cleaned up, and I will be there. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward, if you stop to think about it. We were the ones fighting their relatives. Ah, but we didn't kill them. No, that was Azagath. So, oof. Dodged a bullet there. That was close. Still awkward, but not as awkward as it may it initially appear.
What a sorry time we live in!
A memorial? You know, I think that would be very nice. Yes, you can count on me to be there. I mean, it's not awkward because we were not the ones to kill them, although we were really close, so it's still awkward. But at least we can blame Azagath. I think I'm gonna grab a swift travel to the north gate, because when I was doing this on my other warden, I tried to use the swift travel to the ledger keepers instead, and I was jumped by those ruffians and killed, and that of course is not fun. So the stable master works just as well, if a little bit better. It's a little bit closer to Imara than the ledger keepers. I suppose I should sober up then, huh?
What a sorry time we live in.
She laughs without joy. Yes, I will attend. That's so sad. Oh boy, I feel so sorry for her and for all of them. Well, they had their husbands and fathers and brothers killed, so I get you. I mean, I get your pain.
Leave me to my sorrows.
How generous of them to pay for a memorial. Yes, I would love to go and see it. So, back to the Fleet Watch Tavern it is, so... like, what, the 6th time? Like... yeah, I think on average we're averaging 1 travel to the Fleet Fast per section of this quest. But then again, when you know what you are actually doing, all this back and forth is not that distracting. Fleet Gate, there we go. I hope you agree, at least. When you pay attention to what's actually going on, all this back and forth really becomes secondary to the story. And thank God the sun has already come out, because I think this memorial deserves to be held at sunlight.
Everyone has been invited.
It seems.
We're all ready then.
Talk to me again when you are ready to go. Are you ready? Let us get this over with.
Now that the family members are all gathered, we can begin the memorial in tribute of the crew of the Iskantar. Thank you for your assistance with making this all come together.
When I first asked for your help, I was unsure of your intentions, or if you would even show. I must tell you though that I am glad you did. Belondor has told me that you have been aiding him, and I am glad for him to have a friend. It is my hope that this memorial will help him move past his current unease. He has not been kind to himself. He will not be able to do what he needs to in such a state. Well, lead the way, Mêshka. Come. Oh, wow. Yeah, sure. Admire the mural. Please. This is great. You see a painting of Belondor valiantly attempting to defend his doomed crew from Azagath.
Thank you all for coming. The fearless crew of the Iskantar will live on in us and in the memories of all who knew them. This memorial will remind all who see it of their noble sacrifice.
There was nothing noble about it. It was outright murder. I do not ask for your forgiveness, nor do I deserve it. I just...
Do not put this on yourself, Belondor. You were not the one who killed them. That is right. It was the vile Sea Shadow. Yes, they loved you, Belondor, as do we. Do not blame yourself. Azagath Sea Shadow deceived us all. I would see his head rotting on a pike. I agree. You did not do this. We know you are an honorable man.
Stand, my husband. Do not lament that you did not die with them. I need you. This city needs you. The snake Azagath will come to regret the day he did not kill Belondor of the Fleet Fast.
Yes, my love. You are correct, as always.
Beriathan? Yeah, let us talk, but I want a picture of you right next to the memorial, if you don't mind. So, without a quest ring. Because you deserve it, and your men deserve it. Wow. This was fantastic. As you approach Belondor, he looks haggard, older than you remember him being, and he's clearly traveled. Beriathan, I have a few things to take care of before I leave here, but I would like to speak with you later. Meet me back in Dâr Laja when it is convenient for you. At least this one has the decency to port you back. Thank God.
This is not how I expected today to go, my friend.
Belondor forces a small smile and looks you in the eye. I will meet with the Order of the Eagle and see what they have to offer. And we got the mural for our house, a full-size version, a small-size version. Both of them are really cool, but I don't know which hook is big enough to hold a full-size version. I'm thinking like a king house or the abodes of Erebor are the only houses that big. I might be wrong though, I am not sure. I don't think any of my houses are big enough for this one. But you get both, so it's okay.
I would like you to come with me to this meeting.
Awesome, so there we go. We have completed the quest. So we have completed Kindred to the citizens of Umbar. And we have a new title, Citizen of Umbar-môkh. Honorary Citizen, it seems. We'll check that in just a sec. There we go, max standing at long last. Did complete it. Kindred. Let me double check. 20 LOTRO points, some Tammy, and that's it, the title. You have reached kindred status with the citizens of Umbar-môkh. I still like my title, Bane of He Who Sees All. 20 LOTRO points. Beriathan, I would like you to come with me to this meeting. I don't truly think Prince Imrahil has evil intentions, but in my heart, I don't think I will ever be able to forget that the Steward of Gondor, whom I served faithfully, ordered my death and sent a man I loved like a brother to do it. The experience has made me cautious, to say the least. If you will accompany me, We should travel separately to not arouse suspicion. I am to meet this Tabrím fellow in Umbar-môkh at a place in Tâkhdar, the cellars, east of Tilmakim. Meet us there. Yeah, I understand your wariness. I would love for you to trust Gondor again.
May the seas be calm and the winds fair.
So hopefully this is the first step towards that. And hopefully, yeah, your relation with Sirgon can be mended. And I've come to appreciate Belondor as well, as a friend. I mean, I think he is the member of the Kindred of the Coins that I like the most, that doesn't seem to have a hidden agenda. Just a nice guy with no hidden agenda, yeah. So that's refreshing among Koltek and Harmelag. And even Rothak, which is upfront about what he wants, but it's a little bit too, I don't know, aggressive? Too brutal for my tastes? And of course he is with Harmelag, so there's something else with him. But Belondor I am more inclined to trust. Belondor has already arrived.
I am relieved you made it.
Let us hear what this spy for Gondor has to say.
Thank you for agreeing to our offer. I was not sure you would accept, but I am grateful for it.
We can work out the details of the emissary at a later date. Enough time has been wasted already, and the longer we wait, the further away the sea shadow gets. Tabrím speaks calmly, like a man in full control, but you can see that he is sweating nervously. This is what the Order has learned. Azagath and Nakási were seen outside of the city gathering supplies for a journey overland, which is why your scout ships have found nothing. We have a theory that when they fled to Mâkhda Khorbo, it was no mere coincidence that they went to a temple of Sauron. We believe it is possible that they went to the temple to retrieve something, some evil relic perhaps, some knowledge or power that they needed. If you happen to know or can find out what they went to Mâkhda Khorbo for, it would surely reveal where they went. Yeah, we already knew that. While we were fighting Belondor and his men, Azagath climbed to the top of the Mâkhda Khorbo to retrieve something that we still don't know what it was. So maybe Belondor can give us more information about that.
This is unexpected news. I was short-sighted.
I was short-sighted and had assumed they would have fled by sea. I also assumed that the only purpose of going to Mâkhda Khorbo was its convenience. I was not privy to any plan they had. I see now that they plan to use me and my crew as a delaying tactic all along, else I would have known of their plans. A new sense of resolve settles over Belondor and he nods to himself. It is unavoidable. Beriathan, we must return to Mâkhda Khorbo and see what we can learn there. I had hoped to never set foot in that evil place again, but visiting that place only in my nightmares will not help us. Would you accompany me? We should go now before my courage fails me.
Are you prepared to accompany me to Mâkhda Khorbo?
Let me know when you are ready. I want to be finished with this business. Are you ready, Beriathan? Let us make haste before my courage fails me.
And so we return to Mâkhda Khorbo, the Temple of Sauron. I had hoped to never see this foul place again, and yet here we are.
That makes two of us, Belondor, don't you worry. That makes two of us.
When last we were in this room together, we faced each other as enemies.
How is it that it feels like an eternity ago, but also like it was just yesterday? I have been trying to push all of this from my mind, Beriathan. It seemed like the only way I would be able to go on. But I see now that closing off my heart does them an injustice. They were family to me, Beriathan, and I miss them with all my heart. But it is that not the danger any time you choose to love? I don't think I care much for the alternative. So it was only yesterday in LOTRO time. So Belondor is right, it was an eternity ago, at least 6 months for me. But only 1 day in LOTRO time. So that means that everything that happened during update 40 in between Mâkhda Khorbo and today was only a day. I guess it's possible because it's about 8 to 10 hours of game time, but still, that's still a lot. And the dawn was the dawn in which we buried Cruel Dancer.
This place has a darkness that sticks to you like rancid oil, tainted and foul.
As I was saying, the dawn was when we buried Cruel Dancer, so everything that happened in between Mâkhda Khorbo and Cruel Dancer dying was just a day, and then the entirety of the Tales of the Kindred has been just another day in LOTRO time. That's kind of crazy to think about.
I blame myself for being a fool. They trusted me with their lives. I failed them.
Belondor places his hand on the ground where his crew fell, silent tears falling onto the stone floor. I blamed myself, Beriathan, for being a fool. They trusted me with their lives and I failed them. I still hold myself responsible for my poor decisions, but I am not the one who killed them, and my hatred should be directed at Azagath and not myself. I knew him for many years. I thought him to be my friend, man of a common purpose and a similar mind. What evil lurks inside him, I wonder, to give him the power to rip souls from bodies and command spirits like his puppets? And how did I not see it before?
Come, friend. We should conduct our business here quickly.
I do agree. I don't like this. Music is amazing though. It really talks about Belondor's pain, but also the menace in this place. Wow. Belondor stops for a moment and looks around. He mutters something to himself, and you can see on his face that something just occurred to him.
Look there! The way is open! I've seen Azagath and Nakási climb this stair!
A moment, another picture, because how can you not when you're in a place such as this? God. Prepare yourself for a fight, Beriathan. There are enemies ahead. They will not stay our search. And thankfully, we don't have landscape difficulty in here, so you're going down.
Surely it will help us find them.
The music was kinda synced to Belondor turning his head. Was that intentional or just a happy coincidence? I wonder. Oh, for God's sake. I see something at the end of this hall? What's
this then?
You have found a map. A map that looks like the Shield Isles and the Cape of Umbar. Is that right? Well, I guess we can double check. Come on. The Shield Isles. Definitely. The Cape of Umbar and whatever lies beyond. For whatever reason, I cannot interact with the map, so I'm guessing this bug has happened before if I just run away a little bit. And then come back here. Please don't make me leave the instance, not now. Please don't do that. I am begging you, please don't do that. Do I need to run further away? Well, the lightning effect in there. That red light, so ominous. Yeah. Thank you. There we go. This large map is an old and tattered tapestry. The right half of it has been cut and torn from what remains, and recently, by the looks of it, the lettering on it is written in a language with which you are unfamiliar.
I cannot read the script on this map, but I recognize it all the same.
Yeah, I do too. I cannot read the script on this map, but I recognize it all the same. This is a map showing the Shield Isles and Cape of Umbar. The eastern half of the map has been taken. Surely, if they are traveling overland, their journey is to the east. Maps themselves are not rare. Something must have been marked on that side of the map that they are trying to find. Considering the previous owners of the map, this indeed bodes ill.
I think we have found what we came for. Let us leave this hateful place. Thank you, my friend, for all you have done.
I cannot imagine what scheme they have put in motion, but they must be stopped, whatever it is. There will be hard work ahead of us, but Azagath and Nakási will pay for their betrayal. So again, we get the title Friend to Belondor of Langstrand, the map, the partial map that we just got, the full size, the small size, the keepsakes of Belondor, which contains Belondor's armor and his portrait to complete the collection. So there we go. But we have also completed plenty of things. Tales of Umbar-môkh, and that had also given us the title Rejuvenator of the Umbar-môkh. Some Virtue XP. And some more Virtue XP, the title for Belondor. So yeah, let us check this. So, Tales of the Umbar-môkh. You would remember we did unlock this few episodes ago. We needed to complete all the quests in the Umbar-môkh, plus the Tales of the Kindred. There we go. 15 LOTRO points, the portrait of the entire Kindred of the coins, some embers, the title, Rejuvenator. Let me double check. Fortitude is now capped. Determination, empathy, discipline, honesty. I mean, justice. I think I will go with justice for a little while. Yeah. Looks good. Justice. Yeah. And we got the titles. Friend to Belondor of Langstrand, you have proven yourself a worthy ally and ready friend to Belondor of Langstrand. And Rejuvenator of the Umbar-môkh. You have done much to aid the denizens of the Umbar-môkh. 15 LOTRO points, and there we go. This is the end of the Tales of the Kindred, and I gotta say I am really impressed that this was already teasing the expansion, the Legacy of Morgoth, and we are about to find the answers to all of this, I hope, and start our journey east on the very next episode, no less. But before we do that, well, these rewards we can move in here. We also got task items, but more importantly, the portrait of the Kindred. We got these as rewards. Just wanna keep it all grouped together as nice and neat as I can. So we got the ceremonial boots, bracers, helmet, shoulder armor, and the portrait. Here it is, the portrait. 3, 4, 5 armor pieces. There we go. And really looking forward to wearing this outfit. So the helmet, the bracers, very similar to what we already had on that slot. The shoulder guards, boots, and the armor. There we go, and it goes really well with the white cloak of the Citadel Guard captain. Amazing. So I just wanna wear this outfit. Wow. Yeah, I mean, wow, I really like this a lot. And I think this is gonna be the outfit for the expansion, for the Legacy of Morgoth. This is the reason why I wanted to save this for last. I'm not sure if I wanna go with or without the helmet. I have no idea. I have really no idea which one I like better. Wow, I don't know. This is hard. Let's leave it like that for the moment, and I will need to think about it on my own. I don't want to take any more of your time because this is truly the end of the Tales of the Kindred and the end of today's episode. So, once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one when we at long last start the Legacy of Morgoth. For the time being, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures, so I will see you on the next one. Take care, good luck to you all, we'll see you later.